Happy Monday. I'm excited for our lesson this week because we're going to ask God to really help us live out what we've learned over the past few months. We're going to explore how following Jesus helps us to notice brokenness and how Jesus helps us to live in right relationship with others. Because following Jesus is a journey that we do together. For instance, I spent some time this past weekend talking with some friends about the brokenness that we see in the world around us right now and how we as a group can come together as followers of Jesus to try to change some of those things that we see. And I think that that's a conversation that you can have with your friends, and it's a conversation that I'm excited to have with all of you. So to get started, we're going to read together from Luke chapter 6, verses 37 to 38a, so just the first half of verse 38, and verses 41 to 42. Okay, hear the word of the Lord. Do not judge others, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn others, or it will all come back against you. Forgive others, and you will be forgiven. Give, and you will receive. Your gift will return to you in full. And why worry about a speck in your friend's eye when you have a log in your own? How can you think of saying, "Friend, let me help you get rid of that speck in your eye," when you can't see past the log in your own eye? Hypocrite! First get rid of the log in your own eye, then you will see well enough to deal with the speck in your friend's eye. Okay, I'm not sure if you noticed, but that second half seemed to switch gears a little, right? It seems like it turns into a story about something getting stuck in our eyes. Actually, it's a story to help us understand why we shouldn't judge others. None of us is perfect, right? So Jesus is telling a story about how we often focus on and judge others for their faults without noticing the faults in our own lives. Because we don't always treat people fairly. Sometimes we choose not to respond kindly to some people or people groups. We don't forgive others. We leave people out. Or we listen to some people's ideas, but not everyone's. And sometimes the faults we see in others are not even faults at all. The person is just different from us, and we don't understand why. But just because someone looks different from us, dresses differently, or acts differently, that doesn't necessarily make them wrong. Jesus says that we should first think about and change our own faults before even thinking about lovingly reaching out to others. Because remember, we are all made in the image of God, and we are all one family. So to close, I've included a link to a story called The Harmony Tree by Randy Woodley. So take a few minutes to read the story, and as you read, I want you to imagine yourself in the story. You can imagine yourself however you want, and we'll read it again, and we'll talk a little bit more about what you imagined throughout the rest of the week. So I love you all, and I miss each and every one of you so much, and I hope that you have a great rest of your week.